productivity, winning strategies, and aligning employer-employee goals. If this sounds like something your business could use more of, then you've come to the right place. The Business Mechanic Show with your host, Vaughn Sigmund. Let Vaughn show you how to develop, improve, and jumpstart your business. So now, please welcome the host of The Business Mechanic, Vaughn Sigmund.
Welcome to the Business Mechanic Show. This is your host, Vaughn Sigmund. And today we're going to be talking about how to assess the impact of leadership from your activities to your achievements. How do I know what I'm doing is working? Let's start by saying this. Leadership is more than just a title. It's all about initiating change and making a real difference as a leader. And in that role, you may often question whether your actions, what you're doing, have really yielded any tangible achievements. And today, we're here to guide you and to determine if leadership activities that you're performing have transformed into something that's measurable, a measurable accomplishment. Everything we do at results-driven leadership should be leading to outcomes that are very tangible and noticeable. But let's make sure that you're getting back what you're putting in. So let's talk about distinguishing leadership activities from achievements. Your activities. Those encompass the decisions, the actions, and certainly the initiatives that any leader takes. And these can range from setting a visionary course, a course for your team, a tangible strategy for your team, making strategic moves, and more importantly, one of the things I stress is mentoring team members. I'm putting efforts into getting my team members to the next level. Now, in contrast, achievements, those are the concrete outcomes and results yielded by those previous activities. Your achievements are quantifiable and should typically be aligned with your organization's, either your personal goals, your organization's goals, and objectives. That lays the framework. Now let's discover the essential leadership activities that in fact drive success and what success looks like. First, we should all be playing the long game, envisioning the future. Leaders should be inspiring their teams by setting a clear and compelling vision that propels their team towards goals, setting goals, and the actions required to achieve those goals. You should also be making strategic decisions that are effective. Leaders need to embrace the responsibility of making tough decisions, weighing both short-term and long-term implications for the benefit of your team, your organization, maybe even your career. Empowering growth. Leaders need to invest in their team, as I mentioned earlier, invest in their team's development, each member's team development, even at the very lowest entry-level positions. You should have mentorship programs. You should have coaching programs. Internal, you don't have to hire an outside coach for any of this, but provide the support and the career roadmap, if you will, to help them thrive professionally. Always be learning. And by doing that, you're showing you care. It's a differentiator in you as an employer. Master strategic planning. Leaders should engage in strategic planning, establishing your goals, your priorities, your initiatives, and allocate the resources, the tasks, the activities, the KPIs that are going to measure the path to achieving those goals to optimum results. Build a strong team. Leaders foster collaboration. That's a strong team. Leaders foster collaboration and unity within their team. Organizing team building activities. That doesn't mean just going to K1 and going racing or bowling or golf or any of those. Team building activities could be just a lunch every now and then, a collaborative session, a problem-solving session. This not only strengthens relationships, but it creates and enhances teamwork. If you're making all the decisions, or you and just a small group of people, you're making all the decisions and creating all the strategies and actions, you're really shorting yourself from an intellectual property standpoint. And you're not creating this strong team. Involve everyone. At least bring them to the table. Get them to participate. The next one, huge. I talk a lot about it. Resolving conflicts. You must be able to have difficult conversations and deal with issues. You're paid to overcome problems, not live with them. And very often your problems as a leader, as a manager, are resolving conflicts between the company and an employee, between you and an employee, between employee to employee. But we need to resolve these conflicts in a way that benefits both the team and the organization. And you must be very adept at that. And then you should always have the mindset of continuous improvement. Be in the long game. Leaders consistently evaluate their team's performance and provide constructive feedback. Acknowledging achievements, inspire ongoing growth. That's a big part of our performance management program. Almost all of these cost nothing, but the outcomes, the ROIs to these are substantial. These and this is just a short list of them, it's certainly not all of them, they're just some examples. These are fundamental leadership activities that form if you want to, the cornerstone of effective leadership. Guides teams. And if you're guiding these teams, you're guiding your organizations towards a level of growth and primarily success that you're unlikely to achieve otherwise. Let me talk about some real life examples of leadership activities and how we know they work, their corresponding achievements. Here's a leadership activity. Setting a compelling vision. I mentioned this earlier. Setting a compelling vision and mission for the team. The achievement, the team experiences a unified sense of direction. They're all working together. They're all oaring in the same direction towards a common goal. This increases motivation. People more bought in. They're asking about it. They're looking for updates. They want to see how they're achieving. And they've got a clear understanding of what their purpose is. They know what's expected of them. Another leadership activity is implementing training programs for your team members. That could be certifications. That could be a development around their competencies. New skill set training. When you're enhancing all these things within your team, your productivity is going to soar. And your job satisfaction, your team's job satisfaction is tremendously enhanced. You hear me talking about engagement and how ineffective leaders drive down engagement. Training alone has a huge factor in that. They're learning and growing. Another leadership activity. Open communication, promoting open communication, and certainly feedback. And if you do that, you're going to start cultivating a transparent. A lot of people talk about transparency. But am I really achieving transparency? What you're looking for is a work environment where issues are promptly addressed, they're promptly brought to you, nothing's hidden from you, nor do you hide anything from them unless it's company secrets. And this all results in a far higher level of mutual trust and, in the end, morale. And this next one is one that many, especially emerging leaders, but certain personality types on the DISC profile have a tough time with, and that's delegating their tasks and responsibilities. How do I know if I'm doing an appropriate job with that, if I'm getting the outcomes I'm looking for? Well, you've got a group of empowered team members who take ownership of their roles. They don't blame. They want to take on more responsibility. They're asking for more work to do. They're wanting to take things off your plate with initiative. And you will see a notable boost in overall efficiency. The more you do, the less motivation they're going to have. Delegation is great. Also contributes to their learning and growing. Team building activities. Again, that doesn't have to be bowling, K1, happy hours. It can be things you do every day or weekly at work. Just any kind of activity where you're collaborating, you're getting your folks together to discuss or celebrate. Before making a decision, think about who else can I involve in this? Who else needs to participate? How can I create an improved pool of collective knowledge? And you so honor people. You very often, emerging or current leaders, lose sight of the fact how motivational, how honored people are to just be asked their opinion. Bring them into the discussion. And when you do that, you're opening the door to transparency, you're opening the door to trust, you're opening the door for cohesion. Collaboration is huge. It also reduces conflicts. We want to have less of those. This is going to be a little bit of a quick one today, but I want you to be able to understand. I talk a lot about leadership activities, but are you getting the outcomes that you're looking for? Are you getting the achievements? We've got a lot of guides and tools and trainings, but it's how you go apply it. You can read it, you can listen to this podcast, you can watch videos, but you've got to go apply it, practice it, get better at it. Especially those things that are uncomfortable to you. Discomfort is growth. And please let these podcasts and the guides and all the tools we put out help you measure your success. By applying it, you'll get the success. And it's going to make a lasting difference in you as an effective leader, but it takes time. You have to be patient with yourself. And you have to embrace that it's going to be difficult for some period of time, and you're going to avoid some of these things because they don't naturally occur to you. If you're in your natural state, you're not growing. If you're in comfort, you're not growing. And you're listening to this podcast to grow. So please take some of these activities or the many others that I've listed in previous podcasts or all the publications I put out. Pick one, put it to work. Now, Let me give you a case study, a real life case study of how leadership activities have turned into true accomplishments. Many of you have heard of the company MailChimp. I've used it myself. And if you're not, just as an overview, MailChimp is, I would consider a mid-sized company, but it's an email marketing service. And their success is a compelling case study on the impact of effective leadership activities leading to significant achievements. Little background. MailChimp was founded in 2001 by Ben Chestnut, and it was started as a garage project, a side project, a hustle. And over the years, it's grown into the world's leading marketing automation platform. And they did it through bootstrapping. They've never taken any external funding, which is amazing. What are some of the activities that they approached in building this company? They required no external funding. They become a leader in the market. They take a customer-centric approach. From the outset, Ben emphasized the importance of understanding the needs of small businesses, and certainly that includes individual creators. And instead of chasing large enterprises, which is very attractive to many people in business, let's go get the big ones. That's easier. No, a lot more smaller ones. They recognize that 95% of all businesses in America are under $1 million. That's a huge marketplace. And they were focused on providing value, easily used tools to these smaller entities. And this ensured their platform was super user-friendly and, most importantly, affordable. And it is even today. What's their achievement out of that mindset? It allowed them to carve a niche for themselves. Is it a niche or a niche? I'm going to say niche. That's what I've always said. I don't want to sound fancy. They carved a niche for themselves in a market dominated by bigger players like HubSpot, which ain't as easy as MailChimp, believe me. And their platform truly has become almost the Kleenex of email marketing and other services. It's the go-to solution for small businesses. And that's led to long-term organic growth and a very loyal customer base. You can do a whole lot worse in investing in services. Here's another leadership activity, continuous innovation. And I've certainly experienced watching this happen with MailChimp. Even though MailChimp had solidified its position in email marketing, Chestnut recognized the need for diversification. So he pushed the company. He looked for opportunities that small businesses could benefit from to evolve from just an email marketing tool to all-in-one marketing platform, including social media. So the achievement in all that is expanded its offerings. It's got ad campaigns, landing pages, analytics, all these additional tools. And this diversification has not only increased its customer base, but guess what? More customers mean more money. And so they've boosted their revenue stream as well. Here's another leader activity. They put a lot of emphasis on company culture. Chestnut believed in fostering a unique company culture, and he prioritized employee well-being. He encouraged creativity, and he maintained a very flat organizational structure. You all often hear me talk about my previous employer, CarMax, the juggernaut of the car business. They too, for much of their growth, had a very flat organizational structure, very little upper management. I had a direct path to the CEO. There was LGMs, there was me, there was the CEO. But the CEO had to empower me. The CEO had to surround himself with the right people, which I'm going to do another podcast on. And the achievement with this flat organizational structure, prioritize employee well-being, encouraged creativity and decentralized command, created the super strong company culture, which had, just as I experienced at CarMax, very low employee turnover, super high job satisfaction and engagement, a very happy workforce that translated to better customer service. And because of all this, employees could contribute. They were more innovative. They came up with a lot of great solutions. Here's one that's less common, but man, do I love it. Bootstrapping and creating financial independence. Unlike many tech startups, Chestnut decided to bootstrap MailChimp, and he avoided all external investors, including venture capital. And by doing so, the achievement and all that is they remain independent. They could make their own long-term strategic decisions without external pressures. They could grow at a pace that was suitable for them, not to an investor. It allowed them to reinvest profits back in the company. They weren't paying percentages to anybody. And they've become close to $1 billion company in a land of VC-dominated organizations. So, to wrap that up, their journey from this side hustle to a marketing powerhouse is a testament to the leadership of MailChimp, including Ben Chestnut. His focus on customer needs, continuous innovation, company culture, people-first mindset, financial independence has made them super successful. Their trajectory has been highly recognized and highly adopted. Their service is highly adopted in the mid-size and small business sectors. And that's how a visionary leader can take these great approaches and achieve very tangible outcomes. Well, that's a wrap on another episode of the Business Mechanic Show. If today's content resonates with you, then you're going to love what we have to offer. For those of you who are ready to take your business or personal career to the next level, we have an array of training and coaching services tailored just for you. From performance coaching designed to enhance your potential, to executive coaching that guides leaders to steer their ships towards greater success. Are you in sales management or looking to fortify your leadership acumen? Dive into our sales management training and coaching. Not only will it sharpen your strategies, but it will also provide you an ROI that's undeniable. Remember, the best investment you can make is in yourself and your team. For those seeking flexible learning options, we're excited to share our online and in-person management leadership classes. These aren't just your typical courses. They are meticulously crafted, ensuring that they align with your unique needs and aspirations. And the best part, prices start at just $47 per month, making top-tier coaching and training accessible for everyone. Your growth, both personally and professionally can have a ripple effect, the one I call the transformational triangle of change. The skills you learn, the perspectives you gain, and the efficiencies you create can translate into increased revenues, more cohesive teams, and an enriched company culture. So why wait? The potential ROI on this investment isn't just in dollars, it's in the progressive future you're carving out for yourself and your organization. Thanks once again for tuning in. And remember, every business needs a tune-up every now and then. Let the Business Mechanic Show be your guide. Check out our website, rdltraining.com, to discover more details on our programs and coaches. We have a link in the show notes to guide you there. Until next time, we're out of here.